Well, you might be wondering what I'm doing, making crop circles out in my yard. But actually, I'm trying to do some measuring to figure out where I'm going to put a very special thing I'm building this year. It has to do with this little gadget right here. What are you doing? You nice and knock them down?
Eat them.
You're going to fall into the snow.
We're making a mountain. Fossil. This is a fossil. So we have to bury it so we can find it. Daddy?
What century do you suppose that's from? Oh. When the kids decided they wanted to come outside and play for a little bit, I knew it was the perfect time to come in here and start my little heater in the greenhouse, and I don't regret it. I tell you, it feels pretty decent in here. This little heater thing, it might be worth running the electricity out here just to have. It's that nice. If you guys have wondered how much difference even just a little cattle panel greenhouse like this can make, look at that. 10 degrees outside, 34.5 in here. That's a huge difference, man. 20 some odd degrees. Whoops. I just turned on a little heater, so it's gonna get nice and toasty in here before long, because the kids wanted to come outside and play. And well, you know, anytime you get the kids to go outside, you gotta take advantage of it, even if it is so cold that you're like, what is wrong with you kids? Why would you even want to be out there today? But they're outside, so that's good. All right, come on, let's go do something. Well, what are you doing? Don't touch that. It's hot. Huh?
Is it going to fall down? Is the snow going to fall down here?
Put it in front of this heater for a second. Get it nice and toasty. Careful with that cable. Gotta run that better. My new power. Power! Alright. Alright, strap this back on your foot.
So I was counting in my head and I only got up to 25.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good though. Alright, now let's go. Well, you might be wondering what I'm doing, making crop circles out in my yard. But actually, I'm trying to do some measuring to figure out where I'm gonna put a very special thing I'm building this year. It has to do with this little gadget right here. So on one hand, I have a spot close to the other greenhouse that would be perfect for a secondary greenhouse, but not just any kind of greenhouse. This little tool right here will help you make a geodome type greenhouse. And my second option is putting it out here toward the back a little bit further, kind of expanding a greenhouse on each side of where my major garden area is. So it all depends on how big we build this and where I'm going to put it. I guess there is the possibility of putting it back there where our compost and mushroom logs are going. I haven't measured that out yet because there's some other junk in the way, but that is a third location that could possibly hold this little greenhouse geodome thing. There is some convenience to consider if I put it right here next to the other greenhouse, because I would be able to get to both of them really easy, you know, on these really freezing cold days, as opposed to having it further out where if it was the winter and I want to come out there and do anything, I'd have to be going back and forth. Alright, so if we're going to chat a little bit about this, I'm going to come in here where it's a little bit warmer. It feels so much better. 10 outside, 40 degrees inside. Yeah, you'd be making the same choice. I got this little tool right here. You guys can see that thing? And there's the little wheel dial with a few slots in it. This thing is called a magidome. See a picture of it right here. Boom. So I got lucky enough to be sent this by somebody who's the creator of this little thing, and it's really a cool concept. So it's like building a greenhouse, but building it in the dome style, the magidome. So what you have is a circular top, a circular shaped greenhouse. Obviously your sidewalls will be straight up and down, but the top of it will be a dome, like a half a dome, right, sitting right up on top of it. So you're collecting a lot of sun from every single angle. No matter where the sun's at that day, it'll be hitting that plastic and, you know, going into your greenhouse. Hi, little buddy. Oh, are you cold? What's wrong? You want to go inside? Or do you want to stay outside?
Inside.
You want to go inside?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way this magidome works is you take a 1x2 and you have to do 0 cutting. You stick it in the end of here and you put a bolt through the already established hole, and that'll give you your actual angles and everything you need to make a geodome greenhouse. And you could do different sizes depending on what length timbers you use. So that's a 4-foot, 5-foot, and a 6-foot timber. 6 foot will give it an 11-foot round dome. It's a good size. I'm actually thinking about doing 10-foot, which would put it closer to like 13.5 feet, which would be a massive growing space to have, either in the extending of seasons or in the winter if we could possibly figure out how to just keep them a little bit warmer. But being all plastic around that one, everything would be nice and sealed up, so it might actually hold a little bit heat, a little bit better. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a cheap way to build a greenhouse, and one that's probably more efficient than most of them, being that it is round, it has a dome shape to it, this magidome company right here, definitely something to check out. These little connectors, they send you a box of these. There's 11 of them, and what you're going to need is 25 equal length 1x2 timbers. So when you go to buy wood, the 1x2s are usually cheaper than like a 2x4, so you are going to get a little bit of savings that way too. So this is kind of something you could do that'll be cost effective when you think about it. You just need to get the plastic, the wood, and then these little things. So I'll link down below so you guys can find these. And obviously it's a little too cold. You guys seen all the snow out there, so we're not going to be building this quite yet, but this is something I'm super excited about for the spring, because I've been wanting to build a second greenhouse, put up a second structure to just try to extend seasons and grow in the winter, and even in the summer. They're really nice to have. I've seen a lot of different people do really cool stuff with them, set them up like a shade area so you can just sit out there. Maybe you put a little outdoor couch or something, you can read a book out in it. You know, you can do all sorts of different things with it. I will most likely make mine a greenhouse, but we might actually put a little chair or two out there so we can sit out there and enjoy it, you know, in the spring and the late fall, where it'll be nice and sunny, and you won't be outside where it's a little bit colder. So pretty cool little company, guys. Something really interesting to check out, and stay tuned because we will be building that. We'll make a video about it. But magidome, go ahead and get you guys one now so you can build it when I'm building mine in the later early spring here. All right, well, I gotta head inside because I think we're gonna play some games. Kids are enjoying their hot chocolate from being outside. They finally went inside and yeah, it's freezing cold. So they didn't last very long. Oscar came in here and that was it. And then after he went in, the other two were like, yeah, we're pretty much done too.
It does fit.
We're doing
No, 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 no.
Ron's gate.
That's me. That's mine.
Ensley's flooded.
And the explorer may also.
We don't need that.
Our island is sinking as we're leaving.
Our island is just about sunk.
Get in here, Everett, or else. It flies away.
And then Oski wins the game.
Oski, you saved us.